Just want to let you know that I got a video out here tonight. Um, been working on some. Ooh, I like it smells old gas. It's like varnish. You know what I'm saying? It's like the old. You can have like new gas and old gas, and you can definitely tell the difference when you've been working with it. New gas over here. Oh, varnish over here. Anyways, so I've been working on my old BMW and also on the RV that's had gas in the tank for probably about 3 or so months. Not too happy about that because the whole COVID thing. I wanted to take some big trips and the gas would have been gone already. A new gas in it, but yeah, so this episode is just, me working on the BMW and also pulling some fuel out of the tank of the RV using the petcock underneath and just, doing a little comparison because it's amazing how fuel injection and carbureted engines can really pretty much burn garbage that's in the fuel tank, and it does affect how it runs. So I want to give people at least an idea of what that stuff inside your mysterious fuel tank. You almost never see fuel, but you're going to see it on this video. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching. Happy, safe, and healthy RVing. And again, if you want to subscribe, awesome. I'm going to continue to do some help self-help videos and do-it-yourself stuff with the vintage RV and everything else going on. So you guys out there travel safe, and we'll see you soon. All right, so what I got here, I'm going to show you. Oof! Hopefully you can focus. I can focus on this crap. There is the fuel filter for the BMW. I'm under the rear wheel on the passenger side. There is the fuel pump and the pressure regulator, and just behind the rear differential, as you can see here, there's my rear differential, 391 gear ratio, and the axle is the fuel filter. And blech, this gas smells like garbage. It does not smell like gas. It smells like, oh, shellac, or whatever you want to call it. It's really, blech. It's horrible. It can totally use some new fuel. So I'm going to pull this fuel filter out. There's a strap around it. I have to figure out, it doesn't look like a normal screwdriver type clamp strap. So, but I do have both banjo bolts removed. One of them is down here. The other one is, I don't know where the hell, oh, there it is, over there. And they're two different sizes to guarantee you don't screw it up when you're doing them. And yeah, so I'm going to put that back together again here. Yeah, definitely the fuel that's in here is, I mean, it is garbage. Okay, look at that. It's like, I wouldn't say it's gravy, but that's not the way gasoline's supposed to look. That is nasty. Anyways, probably that's what I got in my RV tank too, I'm betting. So yeah, got that, not gas smell, but kind of the sickly, hydrocarbons gone kind of past its prime smell. This ain't smell-o-vision, but just trying to describe it as best I can. Okay, here's the Bosch filter. As you can see here, the crud that is coming out of here. It's just, ugh. There she is. Gonna pull this out, reuse it. There's the fuel, folks. That is just nasty. Yeah. It looks rusty and just full of crud. I'm gonna let it sit here and just evaporate, because that is just super uber nasty. Although there's my rear view mirror, which I have done, although I do have a little bit of clear coat sanding to do a little bit here on the top. But this is my mirror that I'm going to put back on, my early 80s mirror. So So yeah, so let's see here. It's crazy. Oh. Anyways, I have no idea here what we got going on. All right, I've got the Allegro keys. I've got beer glass, which needs to be cleaned, and with the BMW gas the way it was, I figured I'd come back here. There's a little petcock under the fuel tank here. Oh, party favors not included. And here, where is it? It's in the, oh, it's in the back. All right. So I'm gonna put this here, like this. There you go. Petcock up here, and I'm gonna, wow, try to open this baby up. May not be so easy with my hands. Oh, holy cow. That is, it's pretty, hard to do there. So let me just put that right there and see if I can twist her. Both hands. Whoa, that's not even going. This thing budging. I gotta get something for that. So I can actually get that sucker opened up. Alright, let's take a sample of this gasoline here. And I'm betting it's not so great. It smells okay. But man, it is not looking that swift. We have to figure out a way to deal with this. Yeah, that's not the way you want gasoline to look. See how kind of cloudy it is? So I'm sure that's not helping. Looks like it comes out pretty clean. And it smells a lot like gasoline. Like, I wouldn't say fresh gasoline, but it just doesn't smell sweet and sour like the BMW's gasoline. But let's get ourselves a good sample here while we're doing that. In the meantime, and figure out how we're gonna probably siphon out a bunch of this gas. I'm thinking probably 15-20 gallons. I got about 20 gallons worth of jerry cans. It's probably about 30 gallons in the tank, and I could probably you know, mix up some of this stuff. We were planning on going on a lot of trips until this whole COVID thing hit. That's why we gassed up, and then on St. Patrick's Day stuff kind of went so kind of ironic. I'm using a beer glass to put gasoline in, but yeah, so I'm gonna just let it ride here a little bit and fill up a little bit more. Definitely does not smell like varnish like the BMW gasoline does, but again, you know, old gasoline's not really your friend, especially when it gets moisture and other stuff in it, especially moisture. Where the gas, you know, it's a hydrocarbon, so it tends to break down and evolve into other things as it sits around in the tank. So maybe my tank just needs a really good flush, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. So yeah, so that's what we got there. Alright folks, we have an unusual flight here before us. A flight of, yeah, unusual samplings. And it's a little crazy, but there's 4 things here, okay? One of these is edible for the most part, and the rest of them are not. So I'm gonna go through it real quick, because obviously I've been dealing with old fuel issues and things of that matter. But and I ran out of glasses, so I had to use a cap on one of my urethane clear coat bottles, activated 2-part activated bottles. There's a little push cap on the bottom, but it's you know, it is what it is. And so yeah, there's a fuel filter I pulled off the BMW just for effect. And so we have here various glasses. This looks maybe like it might be a stout, but thinking maybe not. This looks like I don't know, wheat, right? Kind of a wheat
beer there, and this looks kind of like a Pilsner, and that looks like, you know, it's got a little head to it, so that kind of gives it away, doesn't it? It's kind of cold. So yeah, so that's an Imperial IPA. This is God knows how old. You know, sorry to use the Lord's name in vain, for goodness knows how old of a gasoline it is out of the BMW. This is gasoline out of the RV with a little bit of, looks like a little bit of sediment in the bottom. Just trying to focus on that there. Just trying to do that there. Looks like the surface of Mars in the bottom of that there. And this, my dear friends, is fairly fresh gasoline, only about a couple weeks old. You see the difference? There's pretty fresh gasoline, not so fresh gasoline, probably about 3 months old in the RV tank, 3 to 4 months old. Looks to be, there's some particles separating out at the top too. This is, yikes, months old, maybe even a year old or more, probably longer than that. And then this here, let me taste test it here for a little bit. Yep, that is an Imperial IPA, and no flies in it either. So yeah, so this kind of tells you the degradation of fuel as it ages. Even if you put stable in it, which I did with this one, probably that's what saved it. This, I didn't get to it soon enough, and you can see here it is just nasty. Nasty! Tons of crap in it. And so I'm going to get rid of that. But yeah, that's what I got going on here. So I'm probably going to still continue to use some of the fuel in the RV, but that's probably not helping the carb any with the quality of the fuel. It still smells like gasoline a little bit. This, let's see, smells like gasoline. Yep, smells like gasoline, but kind of a little old gasoline. This here smells like varnish. It smells like old varnish. This smells like beer. This here definitely smells like, whew, it's a little crisp. It definitely smells like gas. Anyways, that's a little how-to and helpful video there for you folks. Take care. By the way, I drained out 2 of the glasses, and as you can see here, there's some definite sludge in the, that was the BMW one. Nastiness as it is. And then in here, there was definite particulates, sandy, rusty particulates in the bottom of that fuel tank. So I'm going to keep working on flushing that tank down through and clean her out. And that may help a little bit. Eek, it's kind of scary when you pour that stuff out.